Hey, mighty man of God, Joe Martin here with Real Men Connect, where we help good men become great men God's way by giving them real answers to real problems in the real world. Guys, I'm going to talk about a issue that's kind of sensitive today. I'm on my way to pick my daughter up from school, so I figured I'd shoot this quick video for you. I say it's going to be quick, but I don't know how much detail I'm going to go into it. But I think it's very important. I haven't shot a video on this before and on this topic. But what I'm realizing, and this is we're probably all in the same boat, well, most of us are as men, that we as men, the way we're wired by God, we have a hard time connecting with women on an emotional level. Now, before you cut the video off, because I know whenever you mention men and emotions, they want to kind of shut down. Don't shut down. Guys, I struggle with it like everybody else struggles with it, but we got to deal with it, okay? God made women the way he made them and made us the way he made us for a reason. And if we don't learn how to get over this barrier of connecting emotionally with our wives or women in general, this is going to be our Achilles heel, and we're going to always have friction and never get the total joy we need to get out of our relationships. So I figured, how can I make this super simple? Because you know me, guys, I don't like to overcomplicate things. I like to make things simple that even a third grader can understand it. At least that's how I like to receive information myself. But I figured I'd give you three tips. Now, again, let me preface this by saying that I'm still working on this myself, okay? I'm still working on it. I've taught other guys this, and they're working on it. So we're all a work in progress. So we're never going to master this thing perfectly, but it's at least we need to give it a shot and try it. So I'm going to give you three strategies you can try with your wife to connect with her better emotionally, on emotional and spiritual level. And it's going to be pretty easy for you to remember this because I'm going to use the acrostic ASK, A-S-K. Now, we know in the Bible that God tells us that if we ask, we shall receive. We have not because we ask not. So we're going to ask, and we're going to ask our way into connecting better with our wives on an emotional level. So basically, you're not going to have to do more than three things to try this out. But they're easy and they're simple, but it's still going to require some work. Let's start with the A. And we're going to start by asking a very important question. So the A is for the very first question to always ask. Well, I say always ask. I like to use this question in case of an emergency. And let me explain what I mean by that. What I mean by in case of emergency, you don't want to overuse this question. But when you've reached an impasse and you just can't make any headway, and you don't know what else to do, and you just want to throw your hands up in the air and kind of quit and give up, ask this question. Here's the question, and listen carefully to the question. And the question is, and you ask your wife, and you ask it in this tone of voice, in a humble state of mind, and the question is this: what do you need from me right now? What do you need from me right now? Guys, that is a powerful, powerful question to ask a woman. Now imagine when you're flustered and she's at her wit's end and you're thinking about this woman is crazy. Who did I marry? Start with that. You want to start with that question. When you don't know what else to do, ask the question, what do you need from me right now? Don't say it with an attitude. Say it from a spirit of humility, that you can even preface it by saying, baby, I love you. And it seems that I'm just making you more upset right now, and we're not making any progress. So before I say anything else, I just need to ask you a question. What do you need from me right now? Now, guys, you have to understand this, that I don't know what she's going to tell you, okay, when you ask her that question. She may say, I need you to get out of my face. I need some time alone. I need to go shopping. I need you to take the kids and go somewhere. I need you, whatever it is. Here's the point. Whatever she tells you to do, just do it. Just do it. Now, as long as she's not telling you to sin, okay, just do what she tells you to do. What you're doing is you're getting the focus off what your needs are, and you're focusing on her needs. Now, she may not even be sure what she wants, but the question is to ask her the question. What do you need from me right now? So the first A is to ask that question. Now here's the S, and this is very critical. Now I do use this one a lot. I use that first one in case of emergency when I don't know what else to do. But this one has paid big dividends for me. And the S stands for share. Now, I would hope by now, as a man of God, and you're seeking God consistently in your quiet time. And what I mean by seeking God consistently in your quiet time, I'm not talking about just going to church. I'm talking about getting in your word, studying the word, praying, getting in your prayer time with God, listening to God respond to your requests. As you read his scriptures, asking questions to find out how the scripture applies to you on you becoming a better man. Now, I've shot on previous videos, or if you've heard me on other videos, I use an acrostic to get the best out of my quiet time with God, and that acrostic is SPACE, S-P-A-C-E. So when I read the word, I ask, what sin do I need to confess after reading this? What promise is God making to me that I need to claim? What attitude of my heart do I need to change after reading this word? What command do I need to obey here that God is asking me to do? And what example in this scripture, in this text, that I need to follow as a man of God? Now, when I say share with your wife, as you go through your quiet time with God and God reveals things to you about yourself, areas you need to improve in, areas you need to grow, corrections you need to make in your life and your walk with him. You see, it's what I'm talking about is areas of weakness. Share that with your wife. Let me say that again. Share that with your wife. Now, I know what you're thinking. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you scared. And what is she going to think of you? That's exactly why you need to do it. See, you need to share this with your wife because it allows her to emotionally connect with you. There's that word, emotionally connect with you. But she realizes at the same time you're seeking God for not only yourself and growth, but for the family. Because remember, you're seeking God personally so you can become a better husband, a better father. Let her know the areas you're trying to grow in, the areas where you're struggling in as a man, so she knows how to pray for you. And at the same time, she realizes that, wow, he's emotionally connecting with me. Guys, she needs you to share this more than you need to share it. Get my point? It's not that big of a deal that you're sharing it, but she needs to know you're sharing this with her because it's allowing you to connect with her on an emotional level. And guys, the fringe benefit of this, it builds intimacy with your wife. That's a whole nother video we're going to talk about of how you can get more sex from your wife. Start by building intimacy, and that's one way you can do it, by sharing your struggles, sharing your time with God, sharing the areas you're trying to grow in. Guys, you got to try it to see what I'm telling you. You'll say, man, I'm surprised I didn't try this sooner. So you have the A, is ask that question. S, share your struggles, your vulnerabilities from your quiet time. See, from your quiet time, the time you spent with God. And God will tell you what to share with her. Do that. And here's the last one, guys, because the video's getting kind of long. I need to end this, but this is important. The K stands for know, K-N-O-W, know. You need to know something from your wife, and this is what you need to know. And you ask her this question: baby, I just want to know, is there an area you want me to pray for you in? How can I pray for you? I'm seeking God. I'm going to be praying, and I pray for you, but I want to know specifically, how do I need to pray for you? Pray for you. Guys, I'm telling you, that's going to open up her heart in ways you could never imagine. Now, you want to go a step further after she tells you an area in which you can pray for her. You want to blow her socks off. You want her heart to jump out of her chest. Ask her, can you pray for her right now for that? Do it right there. Grab her hands. Or you really want to go to the next level, put your hands on her face and pray for her in that area that she just asked you to pray for. Guys, I'm telling you, it will blow her freaking mind. Okay? Guys, I'm telling you, this is how you emotionally connect with your wife. So guys, do it. I apologize for the length of the video, but I'm telling you, when it's going to pay in dividends in your relationship, you're going to thank me for it later. So remember, we are males by birth, but we are men by choice. So that means we must intentionally make the choice each and every day to be the man that God called and created us to be. Because you know, a male is a terrible thing to waste. So be blessed, stay strong, and as always, stay in this grip.